Michael Davis here from 1STRUCT, specialising in luxury sloping lot homes and raise and build under renovations. Project management software is vital in the smooth running of any construction site and is an excellent way for you to stay informed about what's happening on your build site. The industry leader in construction management software is Buildertrend and is what 1STRUCT utilises for our client portals. As one of 1STRUCT's key communication methods, we wanted to give you insight into the software and highlight some of its useful features. Buildertrend is a cloud-based software that connects you, your builder, tradesmen, suppliers and other professionals regarding your project. It's a space where centralised information about your project can be stored and you can view images and videos of the project as well as check daily logs and timelines in real time. Your client portal can be accessed on your mobile phone or tablet or via the website on your computer, so you have access to project information at all times. There are 9 key areas of 1STRUCT's client portal that help you and your builder work together and communicate to complete your project on time and to the highest of standards. Now let's get into the detail.
The first section is to-dos. Understandably, there are thousands of to-dos that need to be actioned over the course of any project. The to-dos section of your client portal allows you or your builder to create a to-do that addresses a particular item or decision. So under the to-dos tab, you can add a new to-do by hitting the new to-do button. You then add a title which identifies the to-do. You can then add further detail via a description in the notes box. You then assess a priority, low or high, add a due date for when the to-do item needs to be completed. You can then select a date that you are reminded, whether it's 3 or 7 or 4 days before the due date. You can then break up the to-do into multiple tasks by adding checklist items. You then hit the save button, which saves the to-do. It will then show on the summary table. You can click back into the item, add files, whether it's plans or photos. In this instance, we'll add a photo of a driveway showing the color we like. And then via the messaging section, we can add a comment. This keeps all of the comments regarding this to-do item in a particular location, and everyone can see them, the relevant trade, relevant person within 1STRUCT, and also the client themselves. On the to-do summary page with all the to-dos listed, we can filter the results by adding a keyword, in this instance splashback. From there we can look at all just the splashback items, click into that to-do, make any necessary changes, and we can reset that filter, which will then come back to all to-dos. We can sort the list by due date, which will obviously show which items are coming up soon, sort by priority. This way you can stay on top of the important items, meet deadlines and organise responsibilities within the build. Via the Schedule tab, you can see a list of upcoming building events that are taking place on site, so you always know what's happening. The schedule can be viewed in calendar or schedule mode, list mode, or via a Gantt chart. So here you'll see a list of the different events that are taking place on site, the start and finish date. You can use the buttons down the side to come across to the actual event. Clicking into the event, you can actually go to the messaging section where you can add a comment regarding that specific event or task. So any questions or any specific information you'd like to add, so that's linked and stored in that one central location. Also shown on the Schedule tabs are the dates of any to-do deadlines that you have assigned to yourself, so you can always keep up to date with when to-dos are due. The daily logs section of the software is where any notes on key events, meetings and discussions held on site are logged. You can click into each daily log by clicking on the date. You can view any notes, click into any of the photos and scroll through those. In the message section underneath, you can make any comments, queries or notes on the specific daily log item. Under the Documents tab is where you can find any important files that are relevant to your project, such as architectural plans or engineering plans. You can click into the relevant folder, click the relevant document, open it in your browser or download to your device. You can flick through in your web browser in this instance to view the files. By clicking on the comments number there, you can go through and make any comments, queries or notes regarding that document. Post a comment, and then we'll flick back to the main folder here where you can see all of the relevant documentation. So it's a really handy way of having all of the documentation that's relevant to your project in the one spot. The videos section of the client portal is, as you'd expect, is where videos from site are stored. You can click into any particular folder, go down to the actual video, click on the file, and it will play on whatever device you are viewing the client portal through. Videos are a fantastic way of illustrating something from site where text or photo doesn't really do the trick. And then similarly throughout the rest of the client portal, you can click on the comments button and leave any comments, queries or notes regarding that video that are relevant. Similar to the video section, there's a photo section of the client portal. Here any photos taken from site are collated. You can see they're separated via the different category subject headings on the left. So you can flick through all of those different banks of photos, click into the photo specifically, and then scroll through that category with the left and right buttons. Using the message section, you can add any comments, queries or notes on that particular photo, and the 1Struct team will action accordingly. Here you'll see a list of all comments that we've made just recently on the different items. So you can click into that to see just a summary of the full conversation. Then you can actually continue that conversation via this section without having to go into each individual item specifically. So it's a very handy place to view the full conversation on any particular item. Once your project has been completed and you moved into your new home, defective items can be lodged through the warranty tab. To enter a defect, simply click the new claim button. You can add a title that identifies the defect. You can select a category, which nominates which trade it relates to, and select a priority as to whether it's low or emergency. The description section, you can add more detail regarding the defect so the 1Struct and the trade can fully understand your concern. The attachment section, you can go through and add any photos or videos, sketches, plans, etc. that relate to the defect. And then once you save that particular item, that will get sent through to 1Struct. Once it's been processed, that defect will then be listed under the current service requests. Under that item, you can then click into to understand exactly where that is at. You can add any comments, so 1Struct, the trade and yourself have got a central spot with all of the information in relation to that defect. Finally, a super handy area of the software is the summary tab. Here you get a great quick snapshot of what's going on your construction site. You'll see in the center you've got some photos. On the top right you've got any urgent or outstanding items such as to-dos, unread documents, messages. And then you'll have the weather forecast for the site directly. In the center you can click on any of those photos directly. And at the bottom you'll see the schedule for the upcoming days. And then in the bottom right you'll see any comments on any items from the software.
There you have it. That's one of the best construction management softwares in the business. I hope that gave you an insight into how 1Struct keeps you informed and organised during your construction project. If you have any questions regarding the software, or if we can assist at all with one of your construction projects, please don't hesitate to get in touch via the information at the end of this video. Thanks, and we look forward to bringing you more educational videos soon.